Grant, first of all, just to check on Ian Lawler after he got injured in the warm-up in the week. What's the prognosis with him?
He's a bit better today, which is good. It's just a bit of back spasm. We'll see how he is. It's just a day-to-day thing, really. Obviously, we've got a long journey on the coach tomorrow to Wimbledon. Whether that's going to be beneficial for him or not, we'll make a decision tomorrow morning for that.
And you obviously had a few players returning from injury and getting some minutes in the week. Wood and Maxwell and Hurst, have they all come through okay?
Yeah, really pleased. Jack Senior's obviously come back as well. He's played a couple of games now. Woody's come through the game fine. James Maxwell's come through the game fine. Kyle Hurst has got another 75 minutes or so into his legs. Ben Close is good. Joe Ironside is good. So yeah, we're starting to look stronger.
So is Ironside back for this weekend?
Yeah. So again, it's just more of a precaution leaving him on Tuesday night. Obviously, this game's more important for us. So the league is our bread and butter as always, and nice to see them two back on the training pitches today.
I mean, for you, I know you've talked about this a little bit in other interviews over the last few weeks, but to have those kind of people and numbers back around, you're going to start having some selection headaches, which is what you've wanted since you walked through
certainly,
the door.
and it keeps the competition healthy. It gives us more of a change from the substitute bench if we need to change anything, and it keeps the squad nice and strong. So it's pleasing.
And with the Walsall game being called off, is there potential like the likes of Sterry and maybe Miller could be back after that 2 weeks?
George is a difficult one. Knee's still not 100%. So we're working with George. The physio's working with George to try and get to the bottom of this issue. Just the swelling keeps coming on his knee every time he does something, which is really frustrating for us and for George. Jamie Sterry's coming along very, very well. Tommy Rowe's been back running on the grass, which is good. Again, he's probably a few weeks away from contact, but you remember it's his shoulder, so we can still build up his fitness and robustness that way. But maybe 2 or 3 weeks away. Jamie Sterry's similar, but it's nice to see them two out and about as well. So definitely getting stronger from that point of view. Adam Long coming along nicely as well. Again, he had a shoulder operation. So again, he's probably not too far away either.
In terms of the game in the week, were you pleased with what you saw after the frustrations of not getting over the line against Accrington?
Yeah, I mean, lots of elements of the game against Accrington I liked. Like I said after the game, we should have been out of sight first half for the amount of opportunities and chances that we had. Again, coming up against a good Burton team on Tuesday evening, obviously Dino's come with a strong team. And that was good for us because it gives us a good game, real good game. You could see they keep the ball well. So we had to be patient in our shape first half. I didn't really like what I seen first half, hence the change at half time when we went to match them up a little bit more, and positions of Mulls and Mo took up the second half, caused them problems. So we almost give up the centre forward position and just tried to break off that, and the second goal come from it with Hursty moving into the box. So we were much more in control of the second half, I felt, than we were the first, even though the shape was good. But it's not the way I want to play. It's not a way I don't want anyone dominating the ball against us. I want us to get after people and be in their faces.
He's quite a character, isn't he, Mel? We've just had the chance to interview him again at length. I mean, you'd never guess he's 20, would you, if you just met him?
Yeah, he's improving all the time as well, and he's a popular figure in the changing room. You know, he's like I say, he's taken a wee bit of time to get going, but he's looking strong, he's looking powerful, he's looking quick, he's getting amongst the goals, he's creating chances for himself and also being in position to score from others as well. So it's we're pleased with his development. We just want him to continue to keep growing. Yeah,
and 6 goals already so far for his age, and the fact that he's not really played at this level, he hasn't played at this level before, is a good return so far.
Yeah, and he's, like I say, he probably thinks he should have double that, and he probably could with the opportunities, but I always say to Mo that, you know, the more you can get yourself in between the posts, the more goals you're going to get. So he's probably sick of me saying that to him, but you know, he is looking threatened at the minute. He's in good form, but so is quite a few others.
I just wanted to explore something you said after the Accrington game. You were talking about the fact there was some boos around and how annoyed and frustrated you were with it. Could you kind of expand on that a little bit? Because I imagine with the progress that you made over the last few months, you probably felt that was a little unfair, because the supporters by and large have been very supportive since you walked through the door. Yeah,
to be fair, our support has been really, really good since we've come back, and we appreciate it. You know, look, it was a small section near me where the bench was that booed, and I was just really disappointed. I mean, I felt we played well in the game against a good Accrington team in the top 7 of the league, League One last season. A team that's been together for quite a bit of time, same manager for probably the last 25 years or something like that. So I felt it was unjust personally. I'll always be open and honest with our supporters. I think they have to understand that. I'll be open and honest with them after the game. I will tell them if I think we played well, and I'll tell them if I think we were poor. So in that game, I felt we were really good in the game, particularly first half. Second half was a lot more even. And I felt at the time was just the players didn't deserve that, you know. This group has gone game after game after game with probably 14, 15 fit players. They've had to go toe-to-toe with some very good teams. Our form has been really good over the last 12 games, so we don't want to knock that or knock anybody's confidence, I would say. And that's probably what upset me about it, you know, because it can knock a player's confidence when they hear that sort of noise, when I feel it wasn't right at the time. You're back on the road this weekend, long trip to AFC Wimbledon. Is potentially a few more wins away from home one area where you feel that can differentiate between a good season and a very good season? Look, I think we go into any game, whether we're home or away, to try and win the game. So we'll be doing the exact that when we go to Wimbledon on Saturday. They've won their last couple of games in the Johnson's Paint and the FA Cup. Obviously, gone through a little bit of a sticky spell in the league, but good manager, good style of play, good players, tough place to go. So we know we're in for a very good game on Saturday. And they seem to be progressing under Johnny Jackson. You know, he had last season, really tough year, you know, only survived by a few points, but mid-table already this year. I mean, for you as a fellow kind of younger coach, it's good to see people getting backed and not getting fired, you know, after a tough season. Yeah, Johnny's been in the game a long time. I played against him many years ago when he was at Charlton. We've come up against his teams. He's been around Lee Bowyer in the Charlton dugout as well, so he's in coaching. It's nice to see him getting the opportunity in management. He's doing a really good job, you know, and it's nice to see that Wimbledon have been in and around that top end of the league all season, and I've no doubt with the players they've got, they'll be in and around it come the end of the season, so we know what sort of task we're up against. It'd be nice to get a victory before this couple of weeks without a league game, wouldn't it? Just that you're not sat back looking at what might have been and the progress that you've made over the last few months. Yeah, it would be. It would be. Look, it's, you know, we've had the cup game sandwiched in between this game at the minute, so it's look, like I said all the time, the league's the most important thing for us. We want to continue to keep building in the league and keep producing hopefully results and performances and wins that can move us up this league. So we feel good at the minute. Confidence is good, momentum's good, players are in good form. So we'll go there and hopefully give them a good game and get the 3 points. Thanks, Graham. Cheers.